Welcome back to Big 12 Sports Saturday. Both Marquette men's and women's basketball programs remain sidelined by coronavirus. One positive test in each program. Athletic Director Bill Scholl joins me now. And Bill, are there any updates to those numbers, and where do both programs stand right now as they look to return to the court?
Well, the only update, Stephen, would be that we've continued to test both programs, and all tests have come back negative since the original positive test. So as we move towards day 14, everything is looking good, that all the other student athletes and coaching staff, because they're part of it too, are healthy and thus far continuing to test negative.
Bill, what are the testing policies in place by the Big East and on campus at Marquette?
Well, we've been testing the basketball teams weekly since they began official practice, and then we've been testing our other student athletes on an every other week basis. As we get closer to the start of the season, the Big East policies will actually call for 3 tests on basketball weekly as they move towards competition.
You guys are the first major basketball program to kind of face this adversity that we've seen across a lot of college sports. At this point where we stand, do you feel like a winter sports season is realistic right now?
Yeah, I think it's realistic. I think it's probably not likely to come off without some stops and starts like all of the other leagues that we've seen go. Major League Baseball, the NFL, other than the NBA who resorted to a bubble, there clearly have been stops and starts as they've gone throughout their season. And I certainly would expect that. And as we talk about our Big East schedule, we're trying to figure out ways to build in a little bit of latitude to move games around if we have to. So, yes, I do think we'll have a season. I also think we'll have some occasional interruptions.
Do you think a bubble is going to be necessary to finish out a college basketball season?
Well, Stephen, I guess if I've learned anything, it's that this thing changes so quickly. For our student athletes, a bubble would really be tricky. You've got classes, for one thing. They're not professional athletes, they're students. And, housing them for any length of time where they're isolated and only in a bubble, I think it's a little trickier for us to do than perhaps some others.
The men's basketball team released their schedule. They're going to be hosting their first game on November 25th. What is the likelihood that we see fans at that point or at any point this season?
Yeah, I would certainly guess that at that point, the likelihood of seeing fans is very, very small. As we all know, see what's happening to the numbers here in Wisconsin. And I can't imagine that it would be a smart thing to put fans in those early games. I remain hopeful that maybe as we get to January and hopefully maybe the science catches up with us a little bit, perhaps there'd be an opportunity for some fans. So I'd say in the short term, I'm not very optimistic. In the longer term, I continue to hold out some hope.
With the Big East Conference canceling the championships for the spring sports, canceling the fall sports season, what have these last 6+ months been like for you as the head of the Marquette athletic program?
They've been, I guess, every emotion you can think about. They're frustrating. None of us are having a lot of fun. But I think, like in every tough situation, you see some good. I have been just amazed at how well our student athletes have handled the situation and how they've remained teammates with each other and with our department. They've played sports their entire life, and a big piece of their lives, even in college, is the ability to go out and play their sport and compete. And when that gets taken away over such a long haul, you just feel the pain for them. And yet, that being said, I continue to just be amazed at how well they've handled it.
What are the conversations at this point about the future of some of these non-revenue programs?
Well, at the end of the day, there's going to be some economic pain for virtually everybody in this industry. And you've already seen a number of schools that have taken some pretty serious steps relative to layoffs and furloughs, and including the dropping of sports. We're certainly not there yet at Marquette, but we're going to have to find a way to balance our books, and it's not going to be easy, and there's probably going to be some pain involved in it. But we got a long way to go yet.
Well, Bill, it's your job. It's my job. Let's hope that sports is back. I think I can speak on behalf of all of our viewers and hoping to see Marquette back on the floor, healthy on Wednesday, gearing up for those games on November 25th. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Absolutely, Stephen. Believe me, I'm with you on that one.